Alright, this is the start of video 3. We're in edge mode still. We're in X-ray mode, so that's Alt-X to toggle on and off. So if you're not in edge mode, make sure you click edge mode so this is highlighted. And we're going to do the interior walls now. I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to start dragging out this section of wall. To this wall, the width of the wall, the length of this wall, the door, to this wall, to the width of the wall, down here to this wall, the width of the wall, the beginning of the door, the width of the door, the width of this wall, to the width of that wall. And now it looks like I'm good to go ahead and bridge. So I'm going to hold control and click this edge. So I have this edge selected and that edge selected. I'm going to click bridge. And now I'm going to work this way. I'm going to click this edge here. It's alright if these aren't lined up exactly. We can change them in the end quite easily. So I'm going to hold shift and drag to the beginning of the door, the width of the door, the width of that little wall, the width of this wall, the length of this wall, and the width of this wall. Okay, I'm going to hold shift from here, drag to the beginning of this wall, the width of that wall, and now I'm going to hold control, select this corresponding edge, click the word bridge. And now I'll work this way. Selecting this edge, I'm going to hold shift to the beginning of this wall, the width of that wall, let go of shift, select this edge, hold shift, drag down here to the beginning of the door, the width of the door, and now I can hold control, selecting both of these edges, and click the word bridge. I'm going to continue this way while holding shift to the beginning of the door, the width of the door, section of wall, the width of the wall, section of wall, width of the door, section of wall, width of the wall, section of wall, width of the door, section of wall, width of the wall. Now I'm going to come down this way, holding shift at the beginning of the wall, width of the wall, section of the wall. Holding shift, I'm going to go the width of the door, and now I'm going to hold control, click this edge here, and click bridge and correspond. As you see, this section right here is a little funky. I'm going to fix that really quick. You don't have to now. We can do this later in the end, but I'm going to click this vertex right here. I'm going to click and drag these two sections of vertices, and I'm going to slightly drag to the left. I'm going to try to manually straighten out this section of line. Just the best I can, because this will probably be good enough to fix. In the end, there is another way to do this, but quickly that's the best way for now, and I can worry about that later. So now I'm going to go back to edge mode. I'm going to select this edge. I'm going to hold shift, drag to the beginning of this section of wall, the width of the wall, and now I'm going to hold control, select this edge here, and I'm going to click bridge. As you see, there's another section here that is a little screwy. Maybe I can click on this edge and move it to the left a little bit. And again, we can fix that in the end. So there's probably going to be a lot of that because we're not using snap in to anything right now like we will in the future. So I'm going to select this edge, hold shift, drag to here, hold shift and drag to the width of the wall, and now I'm just going to click this edge here, hold control, click this edge here. We're going to get another section here, I know it. And I'm going to click bridge. That's okay there. I'm going to click this edge here, hold control, click this edge, and click bridge again. I'm going to go ahead and show you a way to fix these edges. So I want this section to be straight through here, so I'm going to hold control and click these edges, and now I'm going to scroll down in these options over here, and I'm going to make it flat on Control Z, the y-axis in my case. So what I probably want to do is also include these lines here. So I'm going to go ahead again and make planar, and that's flat. So maybe I'll do that here, selecting all these lines down to here, and this would be the x-axis. So this is a little time consuming. It's probably a lot easier to do this in the end. Once all your lines are done, I'm going to go ahead, x-axis here. So for now, continue with this. I can go ahead and kind of do this really quick without explaining so you know what it looks like in the end. You don't need to follow me at this point because I'm doing a repeat of everything I've been doing, so I'm not going to talk right now. Alright, that is the end of video 3.